public, we are anonymous. We are citizens of the world who bear witness to tyranny, oppression, and censorship. We are activists who seek to change the system and end the cycle of corruption. We seek to create transparency in governments and all institutions.
I like this new
politicized
anonymous.
those who
I think
seek
it's
to
good
violate
because
their
they're very
rights
good
as
at
human
spreading the
beings.
word. Their in-house PR is amazing.
Yes.
So anything that they get involved with usually gets picked up, and I think this would have been ignored by the media until Anonymous kind of...
I think you're absolutely right about that.
Tonight on CNN Presents Anonymous. They live in the shadows. It's the closest thing to a global revolution that we have ever gotten. But their message and tactics have ignited a movement around the world. A higher look inside the shadowy groups seeking out.
I may very well be there. Of course, I'll be wearing a mask.
This isn't a joke, and the media would be well advised to take these folks seriously. Their grievances are real, their numbers are growing, and the rest of us would be well advised to start paying attention.
Today we act! Today we send a message to them and everybody else! We are taking back our futures!
It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations.
Well, you've heard of the hacker group that calls itself Anonymous. They're hacking activists, Wall Street occupiers. They love them. Corporate security hates them, and the FBI is tracking them down. So who are these people?
As a collective of autonomous individuals, we have no leaders who dictate the methods of resistance. Therefore, some of us are indeed hackers, who use our skills to make critical information available to the public. Some of us research news that corporate media ignores or distorts. Some of us organize protests and rallies.
Being anonymous simply means that one shares the values and principles of freedom, the defense of it, and the pursuit for it. We are ordinary people concerned with the state of this world. We are your neighbors, your friends, your family. We are your mailmen, store clerks, business professionals, veterans, and military personnel. And united as this one idea we call anonymous, we desire a change. A change that is for once in the better interests of the people of this world.
It's a dark and disturbing vision. A world where riot police attack with impunity. Where democracy is corrupted by greed and dissent is crushed. That's how Anonymous sees America. And they say that's why they're fighting back.
This is wrong. And while our government has now declared that it has given up the concept of right and wrong, you and I have not and will not do so.
Beyond the US, protesters are holding a day of coordinated action in cities across the world.
We must arise not violently but insistently. General strikes, boycotts, protests, sit-ins, non-cooperation, takeovers.
A global outcry against corporate greed has risen up in almost 1,000 cities worldwide. People have taken their anger to the streets.
It's a movement that defies description. Leaderless, faceless, anarchic. A loose collective born on the internet. Anonymous has no official members and no hierarchy. Instead of gunpowder,
We are everyone,
Anonymous
and we are no
uses
one.
the internet.
None of us are as powerful as all of us.
Anonymous was evolving, using its power to shock and disrupt to affect social change.
Spread this message like the
Literally
plague.
saving lives.
They did everything from take down government websites. They wrote scripts to stop the phishing of passwords. They brought massive media attention.
Shadowy internet group known as Anonymous has grown now far beyond its hacker roots. It's now emerging as a forceful public relations weapon for the Occupy protest movement.
Stepping out from behind their secure computer screens for a new cause. Occupy Wall Street.
There is a revolution brewing.
Suddenly, the symbols of Anonymous were everywhere. In flags, masks, banners.
We are the 99%!
We have very little time to influence the events that are headed our way. Right now, we must form a coalition across the left and right. We must set aside our petty differences, no matter how important we think those differences are. We must unify against our common enemy. Our government has become a mere figurehead to the real powers that be. The Congress, the Senate, the executive branch do not represent our interests. They are bought and paid for. They are corrupt beyond all repair. And it is nothing less than to be arrested and tried for high treason. We the people have the power to take them down. It's in our hands right now. The government's power is derived solely from our obedience. Its wealth is derived solely from our labor. Its strength is actually our strength. Take it back from them.
That resistance, facilitated and amplified by a weapon our predecessors did not have, the glory that is instantaneous communication.
solution to these issues is not less speech, but more speech. Not less or restrictive action, but more and constructive action.
The diversity of Anonymous is as vast as the human condition, thus, as the way of the universe, the good with the bad, the left with the right. Change is instant, and it is total. Anonymous is the sum of its members divided infinitely.
TV, the ideal precondition for the imposition of autocracy.
The world shuddered at the thought, for this catastrophic weapon struck fear in the minds of men all over the world.
Cooperate with the authorities. Above all, don't listen to scare talk, rumors, or myths. Health and medical authorities will tell you what to do.
These are the stakes. To make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other, or we must die.
What kind of a war do I mean, and what kind of a war do we seek? Pax Americana, enforced on the world by American weapons of war. I am talking about the kind of war that makes life on earth for Americans war, for all men and women, referring to the absolute, infinite concept of which some fantasies and fanatics dream. I do not deny the value of hopes and dreams, but we merely invite discouragement and incredulity by making that our only and immediate goal. American imperialist circles are preparing to unleash different types of war, and that the political aims, and I quote, of the American imperialists are to enslave economically and politically the European and other capitalist countries and to achieve world domination